Hey, it's Monday, October 28th, 2024, and we let this stuff cure overnight, the Varathane wood hardener. And I put my mouth on here and I could draw air through the wood still. So it's still not sealed. So we're going to put another coat on there and see what happens. Sucks it right in there, man. I am beginning to think this is not going to work. If it keeps flowing right through the pores, it's not going to be sealed. What I noticed last night, there were little bubbles coming out of the sides where the pores evidently lined up with the surface of the wood. So it was just flowing right through the wood. That's amazing, the way this stuff gets sucked right in there. After two coats, I can hardly suck any air through the grains with my mouth on the edge of the wood there, so I think we're on the right track. All right, this dried thoroughly. This little piece still had a little bit of a gooey spot on it, which you can't see now. I'm taking acetone on a paper towel and I'm basically wiping off pretty much everything on the outside because, you know, I was just gobbing this on there as much as I could. And, you know, it's kind of like little blisters and stuff. When the sealer or wood hardener would soak through the pores, it would ooze out of various places along the sides and kind of make blistery looking surface. So wiping it off with acetone gives us a nice smooth, almost raw wood looking finish. But when I put my lips on it and try to suck through the pores, it's still sealed up. And that's what I was looking for. I wanted something that would soak into the wood, not just be a coating on the surface of the wood. We're getting ready to do the install here. I think I should sand this a little bit. I was going to use urethane Gorilla Construction adhesive to put this on. That's normally my go-to. But I think I don't want this ballistic strong in case I have to change it again. I want to be able to pull it out. So I've got this. This is a relatively new caulking tube. It's only about a week or two old. This is a water-based siliconized latex, which is pretty good stuff. So we're going to use that. We're going to get the screws into this and get this piece set in place so that way we have a firm base for doing a final fit on the next piece that goes there to ensure that we're straight up and down, or you know what I mean. Yeah, so I gotta take off a good 1/16 of an inch from the bottom and maybe a little bit at the top too. All right, I don't have a decent workbench in here that's solid. I was going to block plane this piece of wood, and I thought, well, let me use my vise in the milling machine because it's solid, and then I'll block plane it here. And I thought, well, geez, let me just put a fly cutter in there and see what happens. So I got the board in there canted. I got a line also to follow, so it's a little higher on this side, about a 1/16 higher on this side than that side, and I've got some margin here before we run into the vise. And I'm gonna see if I can just mill the top of the thing off. Let's see how that goes. Need a little bit more speed than that. Yeah, let's see. All right, we're gonna just run around here. See what we see. All right. Looks about right. Let me raise the table up a little bit. Hopefully it's going to make a good cut here. And hopefully I don't screw it up. Seems to be cutting okay. It's vibrating a lot. The cantilever is messing with it. That's why it's got all those marks in it. It's smoothing out over here where it's in the vise. But that's okay. This is making easy work out of it. Well, you know what? That ain't bad at all. Let's go see how it fits. Okay, this is pretty good. We're no longer fat at the bottom. We're a hair loose down there, but just the tiniest bit. And I kind of need that because my door is a little bit fat on the bottom, which is a whole nother problem because my door swelled up down there, and I don't really feel like getting into the door, man. But let's close this thing and take a look at the gap down there. Oh yeah, I like it. Okay, so good learning experience on all of this. This stuff doesn't go that deep. So, I mean, you can see tiny shiny spots here and there. And I've taken off a 1/16 of an inch, so that's something. But this is now porous once again. I can draw air through that. So we're gonna give this another couple coats of that stuff. And then we're ready to do the install. The door jamb is done. Look how nice. Look how nice. New seal. And I caulked all the bottoms this time, so we shouldn't have any leaks. And we shouldn't have any more rotten wood. And look how nice and tight that door seal is, huh? Really, this latch should be about, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch more. I think over time, this thing has gotten beaten up a little bit. It's got a little bit of this thing here, it's got a little bit of a groove worn in it. And this edge has got some wear, little like indentions in it. And that's made it to where the lock won't lock unless you pull in on the door, which is annoying. All right, next step, we got to put the secondary seals. I've got new rubbers I bought for that, and that should be easy. Tuesday, November 5th, and we're putting the final touches on the front door. I got new door seal rubbers, and I trimmed and super glued this 90 here and also at the other end. And this is what I did last time, and it lasted a year or two, maybe a year before the super glue let go. So this time I'm taking an extra little piece of that same rubber and I cut a triangle, and I'm going to super glue that like that to reinforce the corner on both sides. So first step in doing that is I took my Dremel, I missed the spot right there, and ground off the little squeeze out of super glue. And next we're going to use some isopropyl 91% to degrease this really well. And we're just going to glue the thing on and then hit it with this accelerator spray, which this particular brand sucks. It's very, very slow and just barely effective. That came out pretty good. All right, let's go install this thing. All right, so we got this guy installed, but not tight, so that way the rubber can still slip a little bit and equalize. And now we're going to slip the rubber inside this aluminum channel. And oopsie, I got the wrong one. Got to get the other one. And then we're going to screw the bottom one on and then the top. All right, look at that. Nice double seal. We got our regular door seals here. And these door seals here keep the water from getting in the crack. And that should do a very good job of shielding any water from getting beyond the edge of the door. So these things, these rubber seals will look a little bit like a piece of linguine until you stretch them. And I'll show you right here how much I stretched this one here, almost a half of an inch, in order to get it to lay flat like that. So I'm going to trim that off with a razor blade, and also at the top I did the same thing, and we're going to be done.